it is that around us, everything that we consider normal is being turned upside down. But it's not just the normalcy of it. It's the path that we've been taking, that humanity's been taking together collectively through religion, through science, through sociopolitics. That path is starting to turn upside down because it was not sustainable. And the question was, is how are we going to show up for it? And so I got that message, that was Sunday, actually. I got that message on Sunday. And then I got it kind of late because I was kind of reluctant. I was like, do I really want to do this tonight? I kind of had the opportunity to not do it if I didn't want to, and but it kind of turned around to look at me, and it said, yeah, you can do it if you want to, and you can not do it if you don't want to, and either will be okay. But if you're going to do it, this is what we want you to say. I'm like, oh, all right, okay. So, which means that, I don't know, to me the message was that we can do anything that we choose to do, because eventually we're going to end up at the same place that we were projected to end up anyway. It's almost like, when you get on a roller coaster, you cannot stop in the middle and get off somewhere. You're still going to end up right back where you started. So, and it's a really weird metaphor for life, and because I kind of look at life kind of like a roller coaster ride. It's going to have lots of twists and turns. It might turn you through a couple of corkscrews. It's going to thrill you. It's going to bore you, and everything in between. But you always end up right back where you started, which is back in spirit. There it is. And so, so no matter what you do, you're going to end up in the same place. So make the best of it. And then, when this rattled around in my craw for a while, I did the journey today to find out what that actually meant. Like, okay, where are we going to end up? Like, how do we have to show up? If this whole paradigm that we've been holding together collapses for some reason, which I don't know if it will, usually even when revolutions happen, things kind of always manage to go back to how they were, strangely. But the thing about it is that where we need to show up now is in love, and that's really the message. And it's a profound message and a simple message at the exact same time. But the core of it is that we cannot take ourselves so seriously any longer. We've got to show love and compassion for one another, and leave all of our wounds and all those things that we think that, all the reasons why we think we're broken and we need to be fixed. We need to just drop that all and just ask, can I love this situation in spite of how I feel about it, or how my ego feels, or how hurt I feel, or whatever? Can I just ask the question, can I love this? And you can say no, but you can also, just by asking the question, it puts you into a different state of mind about whatever's going on, whether that's politically or whether that's happening with your family or relationships or whatever. If you can find that question in yourself, can I love this situation? It really causes you to reflect on who you are showing up to it. And that goes for everything that's going on the political spectrum, and we're going to be having these elections coming up in November, and things are going to get really fascinatingly interesting. And that's the question we need to ask ourselves. Can I love this in spite of whatever it's going on, whether I agree with it or not agree with it? Can I learn to love it? And at the core of that, at the essence of that, you have to evaluate how you're showing up. Because if you're not showing up in love, if you're showing up in anything as a lower vibrational state than that, you're doing yourself a disservice. And you're going to end up back in spirit again. How do you want to arrive there? Do you want to arrive there in an ambulance, or do you want to arrive there, in your moccasins? Like, you get to decide, and it depends on whether or not you're going to show up in love or not. So, that's my message. That's what I got. So, and with that, let's go ahead and start. So I invite you to close your eyes. Firmly plant your feet on the floor or the ground, wherever you are. I like to think that people are on their Zoom calls outside, sitting in their backyards, or in the forest somewhere. But you can do that now. Just imagine that's where you are. Pick your favorite place out in nature. Imagine that you're sitting there right now, with your feet firmly planted on sand, the pine needles, the grass, whatever it is for you. Bring yourself there now. Bring yourself into nature and connect in with your body. See if you can use the imagination, the part of the mind that's able to create. See if you can create the environment that you like to be in right now. See if you can put your hands in that environment, feel the rocks or the sand or the trees, whatever it is. See if you can engage that part of yourself, your imagination. And actually, I think that everybody that's participating here today has at some point been through this exercise in some way or another. Connecting in with the most beautiful place in the world. Allow yourself to smell whatever fragrances, whatever plant life, whatever earth-based environment that they can smell. And hear what you hear in that environment. Is it waves or the sound of birds or trees? Allow yourself to grow roots down into the ground. Allow yourself to feel the roots coming out of the base of your spine. Feel the roots growing out of the bottoms of your feet. Allow those roots to stretch down, down, down into the ground, through the many layers of soil and sediment and rock, through the quartz, through the caverns of water, through the rivers, underground streams. Reaching to the belly of Mother Earth. See those roots growing in all directions like roots do, reaching out, stretching, reaching into Mother Earth and wrapping around her, connecting in with her. Allow yourself to let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of through those roots. Down to Mother Earth. Let her take whatever it is that you need to rid yourself of, because she knows exactly what to do with it. For her, that's fertilizer. What do you need to let go of? Is it fear, shame, guilt, anger, hostility, resentment? Let it go. Let go of energy that doesn't belong to you, that you may have picked up in different places. Maybe even online. Just let it go. Don't need it. Let it go. Let it travel down into Mother Earth. And let your belly sink down into Mother Earth and connect in with her. That umbilical cord that originally brought you into life. Imagine that it's still connected to Mother Earth. Let your belly sink down into hers. Open yourself up to receive from her. Open up your heart center. Open up your body. Just drawing up from Mother Earth. Imagine that with each inhale you're pulling up what she has to give you, this love and compassion and nurturing, a resting place. With each exhale, let go of what you don't need. See the circulation of this symbiotic relationship that you have with Mother Earth. Letting go of what you don't need and drawing back what you do. Open a place in your heart to be receptive. Take in what she has to offer you. She's already offered you so much. All the plants, the trees, the animals, the sky. All the different environments. creepy crawly things, all these things that make up our ecosystem, that you are a part of. Feel your appreciation for all those things, and the opportunity to have a physical experience. There's no other way to do this. This is what we've been given. This is the template. This is the canvas on which we're painting our lives. Show your appreciation to Mother Earth for the experience that she's offered you. And draw what she has to provide to you back into yourself. Let that appreciation move out of your heart center, out of your belly, back down into Mother Earth. Let her know how much you appreciate all that she has done to offer this place, this wonderful, beautiful place called Earth, called Gaia. Open your heart so that you can receive back from her. Now that you're ready, bring your attention and awareness up into the center of the head. Start to breathe through the center of the head. Imagining there a light that you're breathing into. And it's the seed for all of the branches of the tree that you are that is stretching up, reaching all branches coming out of the top of your head, reaching up into the cosmos in all directions. Big, strong, healthy branches reaching up as high as they can possibly go. Keep using your intention. Send those branches in all directions out into the cosmos, weaving into the fabric of the universe, weaving into the fabric of creation. Imagine that your ability to bring in experience into this lifetime is dependent upon how well connected you are, how far out your branches are going, how woven into the fabric of creation you are. What can you draw back into yourself? Start to use the breath, exhaling those branches even further, and then inhaling and drawing back into you consciousness. Consciousness, pure potential. Breathing back into your heart center, opening a place for more possibility. Expanding your awareness, connecting in with the memories that your soul has of every incarnation it's ever lived. Breathing in, sending your appreciation out to the fabric of the universe, the fabric of creation for having your experience. Sending your appreciation out into consciousness, out to the fabric, drawing more experience in, more awareness in. Imagine that you have the potential to be more than you ever thought possible. That in a universe, an abundant universe where everything is possible, you can breathe more of that possibility into yourself. Breathe it into yourself, right into the heart center. Keep sending your appreciation out through the out-breath, consciousness into the in-breath, to the heart center. See the symbiotic relationship. Do you realize that this universe couldn't exist without you? It is dependent upon you. And yet, it sustains itself for you. Show your appreciation to that experience. See the symbiosis. And when you're ready, connecting with the heart center, start to send your appreciation down into Mother Earth and outward into the cosmos simultaneously through the out-breath. And through the in-breath, draw back in from Mother Earth her love for you, her nurturing for you, and more consciousness from the fabric of creation through the in-breath back into the heart center. See this, it's like a figure eight. And it's all dependent upon your breath. Exhale outward, breathing in inward to the heart center. simultaneously your connection to Mother Earth, your connection to the fabric of creation. This is the Father archetype and the Mother archetype that you're both connected to simultaneously, both equally, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, being receptive, breathing out, sending out appreciation. To imagine and play in the imagination. I want you to imagine a giant hand in front of you, so large that you could actually crawl into it. And I don't know if it's going to be a male hand or a female hand, or maybe it's androgynous. But I want you to walk up. You're going to use your imagination, just like you're looking at your own hand with your own eyes. See this giant hand in front of you. I want you to go up and touch it. I don't know what skin color it's going to be. It could be green. But this giant hand, start to feel it. Imagine that you're poking it. Because you know that this hand is a loving hand. It could be from a father, could be from a mother. I want you to see it. I want you to see the bottom of the hand and the top of the hand, whatever that means. That's the knuckles, that's the palm. I want you to see the fingernails. I want you to see all the lines in the hand. I want you to really examine this hand. I don't know whose hand it is, and you may recognize it or not. I don't know. And for those of you that are more feeling and kinesthetic than you are visual, just imagine that you're touching the hand, touching the skin of it, feeling the warmth of it. Those of you that are more visual, really look at the lines in the hand. How old is that hand? Does it look like a young person's hand or a very, very old hand? Is the skin wrinkled or is it fresh and very elasticy? Just notice. What I'm going to invite you to do is to ask for that hand to turn over palm up. This giant hand. And I'm going to ask you to crawl into the palm of it, just like you were crawling into a big, cozy bed. And just imagine that you're laying down in the hand. Just notice that it feels like the perfect, comfortable temperature that you can just curl up all cozy-like and let go. This is the hand of creation, the primordial hand of creation. I'm going to invite you to simply let go into that hand. Just let go. Feel the safety of it. Feel the comfort of it. And when you're ready, I want you to imagine that the hand is growing so big that you're inviting other people into the hand with you, especially those that you would like to bring prayers to tonight. People in your lives, invite them into the hand. Just allow them to sit around, leaning against the fingers, laying down in the palm. And that hand will get as big as you need it to accommodate all the people. That need healing, that need prayers. And start to sense or feel the connection of these people that you've invited into the hand with you. You know, when people are in need, it also makes them very vulnerable. And when people are vulnerable, they can feel very soft and unthreatening and loving. And imagine what it would be like to invite as many people to feel like that with you in this hand. That everybody is very soft and loving and vulnerable and real, authentic. Start to sense the energy, the feeling of the energy that there's nothing threatening here, and all of your shields and defenses can just fall away. Imagine what it is like when everybody has their heart fully exposed. And you can just love and receive love. And imagine that you are sending and receiving that love to everybody in the hand. Imagine that you're all interconnected and you're sending out as much love to all these people as you can. Breathing into the heart center and just radiating love. And because you're doing this, everybody's doing the exact same thing. And so everybody's receiving love from everybody in the hand. Just connect in with that for a moment. That the more love that you send, the more love you receive. Feel what that's like. Just letting your heart open and radiate. You might see your heart as like a color. You might see a field of energy that you're radiating, and because you're doing that, it's also because everything goes in both directions. You're receiving the equal amount of love that you're sending. And so you have this endless reservoir of love. And notice what it's like when you're sending all of that love and receiving all that love. There's no fear present in anything like this. It's not even there. There's just this love and support. And this hand has you. You can't fall. You're totally stable. And imagine that this field of energy of love in this hand is growing so huge that now it's spilling out of the hand and it's spilling into the fabric of creation itself. And imagine that it's engulfing the entire planet. This radiation of love that's just coming from this hand. Because you're sending all of your love outward and receiving so much inwardly that you have this endless supply of love that's radiating and growing, and everybody in the hand is radiating and growing this love, and it's moving through every body on the planet, through every continent, down into every city, into every village, into the recesses of the most remote places in the Arctic, in the Antarctic, from Iceland to Australia, from Japan to Easter Island, from Tahiti to Mongolia, from Saudi Arabia to Denmark, just radiating this love. And I don't even know what happens when we have that much love. What could possibly happen? What could change? What could be different? You might see something in your mind's eye, something that's happening in the world right now, I don't know, maybe a virus or something? What happens to a virus and to the families of those connected to it when there's that much love radiating throughout the planet? What happens to political systems? What happens to competition? What happens to armies that are only doing the bidding of the prime ministers or the monarchs or the presidents of different countries? What happens to people that want to cut down the rainforests? When there's that much love. See if you can find within yourself what needs to change so that you can do this 24/7, 365. What would need to change in your life so that you could ask the question, can I love this person? Can I love this situation? No matter what happens, what needs to change so that you can make accommodation for this being the sole, most important question that you have to ask each and every day. Can I love this? And it doesn't mean that you have to love it, but it means that you've asked the question, that it's there in front of you. It's spurring you on to make change, to evolve, to be something different than you were the day before. Can I love this situation? Can I love this person? Can I love myself? I invite you to call in your angels, your guides, your guardians, whoever it is that you are connected to as a spirit helper, help you through this lifetime. Call them in now. And ask them to remind you. To inquire about that question. Can I love myself? Can I love this situation? Can I love this person? Just ask them to remind you.